in here. I am excited to be here with you. Happy Saturday. We've got a quiet house here today, to be honest, which is nice. I should have went upstairs. Tell me how you're doing. When you come in, say hi, connect with me. Don't forget to subscribe. We are talking faith. We're creating untethered women in modern times, and this isn't about religion. This isn't about church. This is about faith and walking with Yahweh. All right, come in. Tell me who you are. I'm excited to connect with you and all the things. All right. Today we're talking about for such a time as this. Okay, why your voice matters now more than ever. Okay, hopefully yesterday wearing these headphones, it sounded better. Hopefully you could hear me better on your end. I should have listened to yesterday's episode just to see how it sounded. But we're talking about Esther, okay? And that's one of the scriptures that we're going to be tying this lesson to. Esther's wisdom for women and mothers today. I learned something new. This is a Wake the Fuck Up Daily. You'll see I'm a little different. Okay, you're going to hear things a little different from me because I walk with Yahweh. Okay, I don't follow anyone's church, anyone's religion. And just so you know, ladies, if you have grew up in church, if you've grown up in church or religion, it's going to sound a little crazy because they just wanted you to think that way. They wanted to control you. They didn't want you to know that you had the kingdom of heaven already in you. That's what's up. Okay? I want you to know that your voice matters right now. There's so much going on in the world. There's so many relationships that are broken up. There are so many people that are suffering, that are quiet, that are afraid to use their voice. And now is the time more than ever to learn how to use your voice, to gain some confidence, to become untethered. Okay, ladies, become untethered. If you want to look that up, there's actually a book on it. And it's great, actually. It will blow your mind. Okay. My name's Tina Parker. I'm a little bold. I'm a little unleashed. Okay. And I'm definitely confident. So if you want more of that, then hit that subscribe button. Okay. Many women feel unsure when to speak, act, or step forward, especially when life feels overwhelming or uncertain. 'Tis this moment, right? In today's Wake the Fuck Up Daily Message, we turn to the story of Esther, a woman who did not act impulsive. Hold on, let me close this window. She didn't act impulsive, okay? Oh, but that just changed everything for me. That's okay. That's okay. Let me just get back to where I was. Thank you for joining. Say hi. Tell me what's up. Say, what's up? And I'm going to say, everything is up. Okay? Because everything is up. My health is up. My weight is down. I'm feeling good. My muscles, I'm feeling good. All right? I hope you guys are feeling good. It's full moon. Okay? It's January 31st. Tell me how you're feeling. Put it in the comments. All right? This is for... No, I didn't go back far enough. Okay. We're back. All right. Or she's not emotional, but she has discernment, timing, and responsibility. Anchored in the Book of Esther 4:14, if you want to study that, this episode explores what it means to recognize your position, your influence, and your moment. We all, and maybe you don't even know, what do you mean, use my voice? Okay, you use your voice for truth. You use your voice for, if you see something that's not right, speak on it. If you have experience that can help move someone's life forward, speak on it. Share it. If you don't know, I have shared everything about me. I've shared my trauma from a child, my sex trafficking. I've shared, a home invasion. I've shared my divorce. I've shared, being a dropout. I've shared teen mom. I've shared it all. I laid it all on the line. You know why? because I'm confident. And two, I know that there's someone out there that has a similar story that needs to connect with someone like them. And I hope that my bravery and my courage will help you. That's what this is about. So that's why this book is about not waiting for perfect conditions. It's often going to cost more than acting wisely. Some people will say, don't tell all your business. No, I'm going to tell you everything because I keep it real. All right. This message is for the women and mothers who feel called but hesitant. Okay. Maybe you sense responsibility, but you feel like you want to. Okay. You feel this urge. It's a pull. You actually feel it in your chest. Okay. You feel this pull that I need to share this, but then you hesitate. You hold back. You don't share. Okay. Who is that helping? Not one person. It's not even helping you. Get that energy out. Touch someone's soul. Okay? Maybe you're navigating your family. Oh, I'm afraid that my family's going to be hurt. Well, they need some work on them. If they're afraid that they're going to be hurt, they get to work on them. Okay? Don't worry about other people. Okay? Yahweh wants you to use your message, use your life, use your experience, everything that's in you. You were born in the image of him, and he knows everything you've experienced. You think it's a surprise? No, it was all on purpose. And you know why? It's to touch someone else's life. Isn't that amazing? It wasn't to keep it all in. No. Okay? So don't be navigating your family and leadership or transition. Okay? This is the time to let it out. Maybe you want some faith because you don't trust the outside organizations. And so you've lost faith. You don't even know what to believe anymore. This message is for you. I'm your girl, okay? You want faith that produces action and not fear. Real faith is about being truthful. It's about knowing that you can share your true, authentic self. It even talks about it. There is scriptures for that, okay? Subscribe to Tina Parker TV. That's my channel. This is Wake the Fuck Up Daily. Share this with a woman that needs to hear this moment matters. Okay, and here's the core scripture we're using. You can write this down. And who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this. This is the Book of Esther 4:14. And this is not a random season that you're going through. It's not random. It's all on purpose. Okay, this message is for the woman who feels the tension of knowing something is required of her, but isn't sure when or how to act. Stay tuned. You don't feel restless because you're confused. You feel restless because this moment matters. You feel restless because you know you have a message in your heart. You have a story. You have experience, and that matters right now. Okay, the story of Esther speaks directly to women just like you. All right, I'm going to share with you something that I'm always studying and learning, and so then I'm bringing it to you. So Esther's story, if you don't know much, I don't know if they taught a lot about Esther in church or religion, because I didn't hear it when I went. Courage with discernment. Okay, Esther was not bold by nature. She was not positioned because she chased power. She was placed quietly and strategically. When the moment came, Mordecai didn't hype her up. He grounded her for such a time as this. And so I said to myself, who is Mordecai? Mordecai. Am I saying that right? Who is that? Well, I'm going to tell you because I looked. It's so cool to learn new things. I'm like, wow, this is just so amazing. I love this story. I dislike that they didn't share. I didn't learn all this already. Okay, this is Mordecai. This is an interesting story. I'm going to give you the backstory to why he said it's never been better than this time. Okay, use your voice. Okay, a lot of people might wonder that, but then they don't elaborate on what that real story was. What was the backstory? Why did he say it's such a time as this? Okay. Mordecai, am I saying the name right? All right. Mordecai appears in Esther as Esther's older cousin and adoptive father figure. That's interesting, huh? You know, there's a lot of inbreds going on back then. Esther's older cousin and her adoptive father figure. Interesting, huh? A Jew, a Jewish exiled living in Persia, this is who he was, a man of integrity, discernment, and restraint. He was someone who understood systems, power, and timing. He was not loud, he was not emotional, he was clear-eyed. So here's the backstory and why it matters. The Jewish people were under threat of genocide, orchestrated by Haman, a high-ranking official. Esther was Jewish. She was a queen. She had access to the king. She had visibility, but she also had risk. So approaching the king without being summoned could mean death for her. Esther hesitated to go and talk to, because Mordecai was saying, you need to go see the king, and because use your voice. There's not a better time than this time. And she was hesitating. Okay. She asked Mordecai to gather people to fast and pray about it. This is where Mordecai steps in, not with hype, not with comfort, but with truth. I love this story. This is what he said to her. It's paraphrased, but it's faithful. Okay, do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone will escape. So don't think that just because you're in the king's house, you're going to escape free. If you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise from another place. But you and your father's house will perish. So he said, just because you're right there doesn't mean, you're going to escape. Okay, but if you remain silent, at this time, relief and deliverance will arise from another place. But you and your father's house will perish. And who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this. It wasn't meant to motivate her. Okay, it was about accountability. And so what Mordecai did not do, he did not say, you're amazing, Esther. You're chosen, Esther. Just believe, Esther. You've got this, queen. He didn't say any of those things. No, he wasn't trying to hype her up. He didn't inflate her ego. He didn't center her feelings. He centered responsibility. You have a responsibility. What Mordecai actually did, he removed the illusion of safety. He removed the illusion of safety. Don't think you'll be spared just because you're the queen and you are in that position. Privilege does not exempt you from consequences. He reminded her she wasn't the savior. Deliverance will come from another place. So how that translates is God is the sovereign. You are invited, but you are indispensable. Oh, you're not indispensable. Sorry. This removes pressure and pride at the same time. So he named this moment for such a time as this. This wasn't destiny language. It was timing language. He was saying to her, this moment has weight. Your position creates obligation. So here's why this matters to the woman today. Mordecai models healthy leadership. No flattery, no fear-mongering, no enabling, no emotional manipulation, just the truth. For modern women, especially impact builders, are you an impact builder? Okay, and mothers, if you are raising kids, you're an impact builder, okay? You just are not seeing the big picture. You don't rise into influence for comfort. You rise into it for stewardship. Oh, that's powerful. You don't rise into influence for comfort. It is uncomfortable. It is. But you know there's a bigger picture. You have legacy. You have children that are watching you. You have people out there that are suffering, and your story matters. Your voice matters. The real meaning for such a time as this, it does not mean you're special. You're defined for greatness. Everything will work out. They didn't talk like that. Okay? It was just truth. Like, you are positioned. You are aware. You are responsible. Silence is a choice. Oh, I love that, because that could go with everything. Think about, say you are not taking care of your body. Okay? You are in a position where you should be. You're aware. You're overweight. Okay? Maybe the doctor told you you are obese. Okay? You're aware. You are responsible. You have a responsibility to take care of your body. Okay? You've got people watching you, even though you think you don't. And silence is a choice. Not doing anything is a choice. Maybe it's, not helping build a king, your legacy for your family. Generational, wealth. And don't tell me that wealth is evil, because it's not. Okay? You think he wants you to be broke? No, he doesn't. He wants you to have everything. He wants you to have more of everything, abundance. And so you can give back. So don't think small. For such a time as this wasn't a compliment. It was a call to responsibility. Oh, I love this. So this is the wake the fuck up energy right here, Bible edition. Okay, Mordecai essentially said, "You see what's happening. You are positioned. If you stay silent, that's on you. No sugarcoating, no soft landing, no, just truth and timing, And I think that story is so powerful. I'm so glad that I kind of dove into that and asked more about what that meant. What's the backstory of Mordecai? Did you guys know that story? Put yes in the comments if you did. I'm curious, because I just learned it. They didn't teach me in religion. All right. So let's get back to where we left off in this lesson. Okay. Went a little bit too far. So he grounded her for such a time as this. In Hebrew, has not. What was that word in Hebrew? Katat, katit means decisive moment, not a vague season. Esther's courage was not emotional. It was discerned responsibility. She understood that position creates obligation. And here's what Esther did not do. She didn't react impulsively. She didn't rush into confrontation with him. She didn't speak before she understood the moment. She paused. She sought clarity. She prepared herself. She chose the right timing. This is wisdom and not fear. So for today's women that are facing quieter times, but you're equally serious in decisions, you got to know when to speak up. If it applies to your story, your life, what you're passionate about, speak up. When to set boundaries, when to pivot, when to lead, when to let go. Sometimes we have to let go of people or a job that is toxic, or it's not paying you enough. So you got to do something different. You got to think outside the box. Confidence doesn't come from being loud. It comes from knowing when action is required. Your identity, your true identity, is stewardship. At home, at work, in your community. This moment may feel dramatic. Maybe it does. Maybe there's a lot going on and it feels dramatic, but it is decisive. Like, you need to make a decision and you got to move. So maybe there's women, maybe you've got it together, okay? But maybe every day you are seeing women who are living Esther-like moments, okay? She's a stay-at-home mom who quietly rebuilds her confidence and becomes the stabilizing force in her family. I'm cheering you on, okay? A woman who stops waiting for validation and starts leading with clarity. Maybe a mother who models courage, not by reacting, but by acting wisely. None of these women felt ready, but they felt a responsibility. So here's why this matters to leaders and you kingdom builders out there, okay? The people who change outcomes are not the loudest. They are the most discerned. They become undeniable, okay? Women who understand timing, responsibility, and stewardship are invaluable in leadership, operations, culture, decision-making. Esther type women don't demand power. They carry it quietly and display it wisely. Okay? You already know you have the power. You already know that you are chosen for something. Okay? You have a story, you have experience, you have something that can help someone else. So today, what you can do is identify one decision you've been postponing. This is if you've been silent or you haven't been responsible. Identify one decision you've been postponing. Pray. If you need to pray, pray for some clarity. But I want you to know something too. Know that you have it in you. You are a unique child of God, uniquely made in His image. Isn't that amazing? So you already have it in you. But I think it can be good and healing and do meditation or whatever puts you in that quiet space to allow the universe to help you clarify. Because when you humble yourself to pray and get on your knees or whatever and just give thanks, you will receive that back. Okay? Take the next right step, even if it's small. If you haven't been making your bed, okay, start doing that. It doesn't have to be crazy. Start small. Don't get overwhelmed, okay? Start small and build up. Okay? Don't wait for perfect conditions. That's going to cost you. All right? You are not here by accident. Your position is not random. You may feel like, I don't even have a position. What do you mean now, my position? You on this earth have a position. Okay? And your voice matters. Now, this is not pressure. This is about purpose. I have a prayer for you. All right? I have a prayer for you. Yahweh, thank you for another day. Thank you for her breath in her lungs, for the wisdom you continue to provide, and for the clarity rising within her. Thank you for her family, for the growth happening even when it feels quiet, and for the strength you are building through responsibility. Thank you for the relationships in her life, for the opportunities already present, and for those unfolding in perfect timing. Thank you that she doesn't need to wait to matter. She is here for such a time as this. We honor her courage, her discernment, and all that she is becoming. Amen. Hello, hello. I think that works out great to put these glasses on to say the prayer because honestly, you guys, I want to be able to connect with you after. Play a game. Ooh, play a game. What game would we play? Do you have anything in mind? Share that next time, okay? Aunt Esther, what's up? What's up? Everything is up. Thank you. I like my hair up like this too. Actually, part of it's falling, but then I just go like this, and then I stick it in like that, and I make it messy. Oh my gosh. You guys know, the last few years, I have a gap in my teeth. And sometimes when I look at it in this video, it looks even wider. Maybe it's because the glasses are on. But it's crazy because it was not there 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It's just happened. It's wild. Girl, what are you talking about? Girl, if you were paying attention, you'd know. Hello, Penelope. I just shouted you out. Thank you for joining. Hello, 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 everyone. Love that you are here. Don't forget to share this with someone that you think needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's Tina Parker TV, and you can follow me on my other platforms, The Real Tina Parker. Okay, most places, The Real Tina Parker. If there's anything I can do for you, please send me a message, a comment, whatever, and be great. All right? Be great. Have a great day.